You're looking live at the enMarket Arena, where tonight we kick off the 25th annual Savannah Hockey Classic, sponsored by Publix. This weekend, we are excited to bring you the top-level collegiate hockey action from one of the most beautiful cities in the South, the Savannah Hockey Classic. This annual event attracts four bitter rivals to complete the showcase of talent and sportsmanship. This year, we reverted back to the original four: Florida, Georgia, Georgia Tech, and Tennessee, replacing Florida State. These teams feature some of the best up-and-coming players in the game, and we can't wait to see what they have in store for us on the ice. The Gators, Georgia Tech, and Tennessee have all retained their Division II status with AAU, but this year, the big dog made the jump up to the newly formed Division I. However, in this tournament, you can throw out the records, throw out the rankings, and throw out the divisions, because it's rivalry week, college hockey style, right here on our YouTube channel. The Bulldogs, winner of 9 championships, the most in tournament history, followed by Georgia Tech right on their heels at 8, the Gators at 5, and Florida State at 2. While going old school with the teams, we're going to be doing new school format tonight. The winners will play tomorrow. The Gators already took out Tennessee. They are in the championship game, hoping to go back to back to back. Will the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets get a chance to tie it at 9? Or will we get a rematch in last year's championship game with the Bulldogs and the Gators? All the answers next here on our College Hockey YouTube channel. Good evening, everybody. I'm Louis DePaulo. Hope you're having a great day, and welcome to College Hockey South on YouTube. Joining me tonight will be Jordan DeLuciano on color. He is currently doing the AAU podcast down on the concourse. He'll be up momentarily. Torrin Smith is going to be our analyst between the benches. Mark Edis, our PA announcer. Brian Sklover, Chris Haynes, Genesis, and the entire Ghost Hockey production staff are on the live stream. I hope you're ready for some cool collegiate action, because I certainly am. Now, tonight's College Hockey South storyline is brought to you by Publix, where shopping is a pleasure. The University of Georgia Bulldogs, they're in D1. They're playing well. They're 11-3-1, ranked 8th nationally. They have a strong returning cast of dogs and a very deep roster. The boys trained last weekend at Coach Campy and should be ready to play. They are down and will be on our left as they come out with head coach John Kemp. Georgia Tech, they're rebuilding this year after graduation, and a great deal of key players that they lost from their roster. They got 4 players playing tonight in their first collegiate hockey game ever. How about that? You're playing a bitter rival, and you're playing at the Savannah Hockey Classic in front of thousands of fans. Tech's 0-2 this year against the Dogs, and they are looking to shock the world. We should have Torrin on Channel 1. We're going to try to get him on tonight. Torrin, are you there?
I'm here, Louis.
Welcome back to the broadcast. I got to work with Torrin and Joe last year. Torrin does play-by-play for these very own Georgia Bulldogs. Torrin just got back in the school. The boys got on to Coach Campy last weekend. I talked to them. They were having their second semester training camp. Tell us a little bit about that.
You're right, Louis. The team likes to get back a little bit early after that winter break, hit the ice, get the legs back under them. So they were back on the ice last weekend a few times, and a few times this week too, leading up the Savannah Hockey Classic. Like you said, it's good to be back, Louis, and it's good to see you again, and good to be back here between the benches for some clean old-fashioned hate between the Ice Dogs and the Jackets.
Well, I got you, and we're talking about the Georgia Bulldogs program right now. I'm a big fan of the program. Coach Campy and I are both from Philly. There's the connection there. I got to have breakfast with him and his mom and dad and his sister today. So it's a family affair, and I have grown great appreciation for you and Joe and what you do up there. The program is strong. It's a deep bench. You've got a brand new 5,500 sheet facility coming next to campus. you got to be excited because I know you draw 2,000-3,000 people in the old building. Right now, unfortunately, Torn, you don't have any home games, correct?
That's not completely correct, actually, Lewis. We've been playing a little bit of outdoor hockey.
Oh, there you go.
On the Foundry Pavilion in the parking lot across the street from the new arena. So something unique there in Athens.
That's awesome. It's so cool. I've got to watch it before, but if you get a chance to go up to Athens and see an outdoor hockey game in the South, you know, with Georgia's program being so strong, Division I, Division III, I know you're playing this year because of school on the Division III team, so good luck to you. But you wonder someday will they go NCAA with the support that you have in this program? What do you think?
I think you're right. Someday is the key. I think a lot of these programs in the South, like Alabama and Georgia and Tennessee, with multiple teams, all have the potential within the next 10 to 15 years to see some serious NCAA college hockey.
It should be pretty cool. We got the players coming out. Torn and I will take a break. I'm going to try. We can't get the PA on. They had some technical difficulties here earlier tonight, but we got the audio and the video. But we will have the Georgia Tech team coming out. They are wearing, Torrin, their 50th anniversary jerseys. Yes, I said 50. This team started 50 years ago. They are the longest continuing hockey team in the South. Tennessee is actually the oldest. They started in 1966. But the rumor is that they had a couple of years off in the mid-'70s. When I was young, Torn wasn't even thought about at that time. So, Torn, you were around the Georgia Tech game earlier this year. 2 lopsided games for this Tech team against your Georgia Bulldogs. What were your thoughts and observations from that? And what do you think Georgia Tech needs to do tonight if you were Coach Roberts?
Yeah, one thing the Jackets need to do is establish the forecheck early and often. Georgia, we've seen them have problems this year and last season with net front presence in their own defensive zone. So if Georgia Tech wants to get on the board, rather, they need to do it from right in front of the goal, and they do it early.
And then as far as the notes that I have, I think they need to slow the game down, the defensive forecheck, dump the puck, and quick changes, because you don't want to let this Georgia team get out in front of you. I think they need their veterans to lead. They got a lot of baby Jackets out there tonight that are going to learn how to buzz around, because they've got 4 new players that are playing their first game, as I mentioned. I think, Torn, they need to survive just to get to the third period. And goaltending, they better limit the rebounds and cover up the loose pucks to control the tempo. Georgia Tech to my right, Georgia Rambling Wreck. I believe that is the original Rambling Wreck that is down below us. If you're joining us, don't change your color dials on your TV at home, because the green lines are correct. The Ghost Pirates have the ECHL champion or All-Star game here on Monday. They get to design what they want. So they made green circles, green lines over the blue line. The red face-off dots are still there, but it looks really cool. It's neon green, and particularly at night. For your Georgia Bulldogs, Torrin, I said they got to work hard tonight. Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work. They should not take this Georgia Tech team for granted.
Yeah, you're right, Lewis. This Georgia team has too much talent to not get a few goals early in this game against this Tech team, and they have to be able to rely on that talent, but also some smart decision-making to use that to their advantage.
And your dog defense has been terrific. They're only giving up 2 goals against all year. They need to keep up the good work. Here's what's an interesting stat. Unselfish play. Only 2 players on that roster have more goals than assists. That's balance, Torn. You can't get any better than that for Coach Campy.
No, you cannot. And this Georgia team has two really good lines on that first and second line, and the third line is excellent on the forecheck and just getting the puck in the zone. They spread the scoring out, and like you said, they like to pass the puck around a lot, and that'll definitely be a key tonight to get this Georgia Tech defense moving.
And now the last thing I want to talk about with the Bulldogs, that goalie tandem, it's the same one you and I had last year. They may be the best goalie tandem in all of college hockey. Let's talk about the two guys in net for the red and black. You've got Testino, 2.12 goals against, Newbold, 1.86. Both save percentages, 924 and 910. That's about as solid as you're going to get.
Absolutely, Lewis, and we're seeing the kid from Mass tonight, Nick Newbold, in goal. The smaller of the two goalies, so Georgia Tech's trying to maybe get a little bit upstairs on him. But like you said, both guys very solid in goal. It's going to be a tough test for the Jackets tonight.
And then finally, you've got a new player in Ryan Bailey, just transferred into Athens from NCAA hockey. First game tonight, going to be a big addition.
Yeah, I saw him speaking to the team this morning. I saw he was saying he was a little bit nervous. What a way to play your first game, huh, Lewis?
You got that right. It doesn't get any better than that. So Georgia Tech skating in and around the Rambling Wreck as you see the players come on the ice. Now, I believe down to my left, across from Torrin, we have maybe the most famous pooch outside of Snoopy. Is that correct?
Yeah, I'd say that's pretty accurate.
So there he is. That is the new Ugga. Is he Ugga number 9 or Ugga number 10?
I want to say 10.
That's what I thought. Last year, Torrin and I got to meet Ugga 9 downstairs. It was really cool. And he is out on the ice. The camera has not got a shot of him yet. Once the players come out, maybe they can get a shot of the pooch. Ugga 9 was adorable. Last year, if you remember, he came from Athens in the national championship parade and ended up coming down to the championship game last year for this Georgia team. So Georgia now wearing white, coming on the ice. They'll be moving from left to right. The navy blue and gold, the 50th anniversary jerseys for this Georgia Tech team. We're going to have a ceremonial puck drop right across from us. And then we will have the face-off coming up right here from the enMarket Arena, the 25th Savannah Hockey Classic, brought to you by Publix, where shopping is a pleasure. So here's your starting lineups for Georgia. I believe the starting lineup is going to be Parenti, Leighton Poole, Alexander Strauss, and then Declan Conway and James Hedquist. And as you said, Newbold in net. For Georgia Tech, they've got Cullen Dorcas, Captain Zach Jacobson. They've got Jake Kotzian, number 20. They have Mr. John McAvilly. He is wearing 44 tonight. And number 14 from Tampa. I did some of his youth hockey games, Torrin. That's how old I am. Pranay Persona will be starting off for these Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets with Germano in net. So we're going to turn it over for our ceremonial puck drop, and then we'll be ready to rock and roll. Jordan DeLuciano will be coming up here momentarily after the national anthem.
Who passed away 10 years ago shortly after our 2008 silence in honor of Coach Gregory Paul Stepp. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing for our national anthem performed tonight by Miss Tara Babin.
What a great national anthem. We'll have our ceremonial puck drops between these two teams coming up with some distinguished members here. And then we will be off and running. We are obviously a little bit late. It's 9 o'clock as this game's just getting started here on the East Coast. But we want to thank everybody for joining us as Uga and the Rambling Wreck back out. The gates will be closed. The helmets are buckled up. The chin straps are on, and we're ready to rock and roll here from the Savannah Hockey Classic right here at the enMarket Arena. We got great officials here all weekend. Tonight, wearing the mic for us, Brian Cole and Ken Radolinski. Billy Gubelman and Todd Greenberg are doing the lines. Sorry about that. And then Mark Sharkettis is our PA announcer. Again, Brian Sklover, Chris Haynes, and Genesis helping out along with the entire Ghost Pirates TV production crew. I want to thank the guys downstairs, the camera people. They're all on, and they are doing an amazing job. We do have replay available for you, so we'll get some big shots coming in. You see right in front of me where we are lined up is Brendan Germano. He is the goaltender starting tonight. 5.16, 852 save percentage for the man in blue and gold. And as far as the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, the Georgia Bulldogs, Newbold, 1.86, and again a 910 save percentage. You would think it's going to be very tough to get some pucks in the net. Again, these two teams have already played once. Leading scorer for the Georgia Bulldogs is Massaros. Massaros has 9 goals, 12 assists. He's the leading scorer for Coach Campy. And for the Yellow Jackets, it's Dorcas. He's got 7 goals and 6 assists as we get started. Again, don't adjust your TV set or your computer screen. We do have green lines going around the building. They look really cool, especially from up here, as these Ghost Pirates prepare for the ECHL All-Star Game Monday night. Shot off the side of the net. There's a big fan fest going on here, so if you're watching and you're close, make sure you come on down. We'd love to have you in this beautiful building. And if you can't make it down because you're going back to where you live, as you see Germano covered up, you will be able to watch that game on the NHL Network. I believe it goes on at 7 p.m. Both teams on a quick line change here. Georgia Tech going to be moving from our right to left in to take the draw. There's Massaros. Georgia wearing their white with the red helmet tonight, allowing this Georgia Tech team to wear their 50th anniversary blues. Torn, I am not sure, when did the Georgia Tech or Georgia team actually start?
That's it. Good work. Good work.
Hang on, wrong channel.
I can't give you an exact number there, but I would say it's pretty close to the Tech team. I believe it was the late 80s, if I'm not mistaken. Well before my time, though, Lewis.
Yes, well before your time, you youngster. But make sure you check out this Georgia Bulldog team with Torrin Smith. He does an excellent job for these guys. He's got this semester and one more before he graduates and gets off his mom and dad's payroll. They've been texting me. They're very proud of you, and they can't wait for December next year. Georgia Tech now, as the puck is dumped back in, we got a whistle. Is Mr. Cole talking to somebody? Down and getting back up. Very slow. That was Massaros. Or no, Massaros. Did you see what happened there, Torn?
Yeah, Mazzaros took a hit, and his helmet came up a little bit. It looked like his chin went off the glass. It was a little bit in the numbers, so I agree with the call here. No malicious intent there on that hit. Likely just 2 minutes here. Yeah, and it's going to be 2.
So no blood. So in the box for Tech is going to be number 25, Jack Golick. First penalty of the game. Power play for this Georgia Bulldog team. Let's see what they can do. The officials getting ready to drop the puck. Maybe they're going to talk it over, Torn.
Yeah, looking down here at the ice, there's a few blood drops as Mazzaros looks to be a bit cut on the lip area. You saw he stayed down a little bit extra long after that hit. Usually guys try to sell it a little bit, but it looks like he wasn't. He's actually spitting blood.
All right, they're coming over to the bench. Take a listen. See what they say.
He's having a conversation.
It's not from the hit itself.
Yep. All right, so we caught the end of that. I don't know if you did. They said the blood was not from the hit itself. I guess it was a result of his helmet.
Yeah, that's what it looked like to me, Lewis. It looks like he hit his face on the glass or even when he hit the ground right after that. So 2 minutes is the right call.
All right, Jordan is up here now. We're getting a power play going. But, again, an amazing group of officials here tonight. They made a good decision. They discussed the proper call. And Tech will be down just 2 minutes. Nice crisp passing from this Georgia team. Obviously looks like they came back out of the, what were they off, about 60 days, correct? Before they got on the ice last week. So the Georgia team on a power play very early, 17:30 left here. First period action. Got my man Jordan Luciano just got off the AAU podcast. Check that out. He had a couple of interviews. I know when I left, Connor Frazier was there. I believe Frank Pasquale, the coach, came up as well. These two teams will have their head coaches come up and interview with Jordan after this game as well. So stay tuned.
Yeah, I'm back on the call. What did I miss, Lewis?
Nothing yet, just one penalty. Torn filled in nicely for you.
Oh, nice. I had a good replacement.
You did. So down low now, this Georgia Bulldog power play. Hedquist with the puck. Pulls back up. Still with it. Throws it across the crease. Pass in front. Nice job by Germano stopping that one. That's just missed wide on the shot that came in from Conway.
Germano single-handedly broke up that one-timer pass right in front. Would have been a goal.
Good thing. I was just going to say the net was wide open as Tech able to clear the puck, get a line change with just 10 seconds left. Now they have control again. Turn, they fired all the way back down. That was number 9, Matthew Kwan. A lot of guys missing here from the team that you're used to seeing. I know, Torrin, you've called some of them with Matthew Conley, the all-time leading scorer.
Anymore.
No, talking to Torrin down on the...
Oh, we got Torrin down low. Oh,
yeah.
Nice.
And
I thought it was still Yoho.
No, Yoho's switching out. And then...
I came in late. I missed a lot.
You did.
Yeah.
So
Torrin, thanks for filling in for me while I was gone.
He did a good job. He always does. But Georgia Tech missing Matthew Conley, their all-time leading scorer. Yep. They're missing Min Kim. Min graduated as well. They had about 4 or 5 kids at Tech that grew together and played for 4 or 5 straight years. They were very good. This Tech team, again, as we mentioned earlier, they were at Nationals with us last year in Philly.
Yes. They were in a very difficult pool. You had Farmingdale and Delaware, the top 2 teams. Those 2 teams wound up going 2-0 into the final game. But yeah, Georgia Tech had Connolly and company, like Lewis mentioned, their all-time leading scorer. So it's a big loss up front, a couple other names to boot, and that has been a big reason why Georgia Tech has struggled this year overall. Not a great start for the Yellow Jackets, only 3 wins on the year, and they're going up against a Georgia team that is now a division higher than them. Georgia's D1, Georgia Tech still in D2.
27 UGA, minor penalty, holding the stick.
Georgia ranked number 8th in AAU Division 1, but that number 8 team right now, Lewis, is going to go to the kill.
So into the box, number 27 for holding, Truman Hagen. He is in the sin bin for Coach Campy's Bulldogs. A great opportunity for this Tech power play. They take a shot, just missed on that. Newbold in net. Has tremendous numbers again, like we've talked about. Like Testino. Testino's a much bigger goalie. We saw him at Nationals as well. This Georgia team is locked and loaded again as Tech turns and jumps that in, and they'll get a face-off in the offensive zone. Coming in hard on that was Jack Golick. So you got to do your AAU podcast?
Yep, yeah, I had Connor Frazier and head coach Drew King from Tennessee, and then I had head coach Frank Pasquale, head coach from Florida, and his son Dominic joined the podcast as well. Got some insight from Dominic. Yeah, but Tennessee, not very happy. They were very vocal about it. They told that usually after a loss you don't get much from a losing team, especially in hockey. It's short and sweet to the point. Tennessee head coach and their forward, they were very vocal, very open about what went wrong this game, and they told me they don't care who loses this matchup and plays in the third place game against them tomorrow. Tennessee is playing like it's the championship game. Tomorrow means a lot to Tennessee.
Good for them. That's the right attitude as the Bulldogs come right back in. Bulldogs are shorthanded right now. They've got control of the puck in the offensive end. Taking that shot, fired high and over the head of Germano. Comes all the way back down into the Georgia end. Tech's going to change. Going back to pick the puck up, Luke Burnett.
And he'll take all the time in the world on this kill, and he'll start from his own the blue line, go to his goal line, and send it all the way down to the far side.
And Georgia gets a shot off of that, a pad save. They almost got a second shot. Excellent penalty kill so far for the D1 Bulldogs. Bringing that puck in is Kwan. Loses it. Georgia's coming right back. They got a 2-on-1. Beautiful play. There's a shot, a big save. Holding the post was Germano. That was a great opportunity, Torrin. Evan Parente. Jordan.
Said Torrin. That's why I didn't answer. Yeah. They're going to leave for Torrin. But yeah, no. Goaltender Brandon Germano. Him alongside his fellow goaltender Gregory Merzigian. Both in the fives in terms of goals against average and both under 900 in terms of save percentage. So the statistical numbers have not been there, and in order for Georgia Tech to come out of this one with a win against the Ice Dogs, they're going to need Germano to play strong, and that glove save, he's 4 for 4 so far.
Well, the one thing I talked about with Torrin before the start of the game was they're going to have to slow this game down, and this Bulldog offense, they're only giving up 2 goals a game on defense, but the Bulldog offense can put the puck in the net. They've got 15 goals in 2 games against this Yellow Jacket, so they got to survive the first period and get out of this and look for a way to get to the third period. And I think you do that with your forecheck as that shot comes out and behind. Tech picks it right back up again. I think you got to be careful with your forecheck. You certainly can't give up too many odd man rushes. And the goaltender, Germano, he's going to have the game of his life if they want to play tomorrow at 8:30. Meanwhile, Bulldogs coming right back in. Missed on a check. Nice play. Staying on the post again was Germano as Punzenberger comes in. And he cut to the net, got around the Georgia defense.
Another call coming up against Georgia Tech here. Not a start you want. Klaugerty.
18, Georgia Tech. Minor penalty, cross-checking.
Ken Radolinski with the call. Cross-checking. Tech back in the box again.
Yeah, so you're coming in behind the 8 ball. You're playing a better Georgia team. A team that's top 10 in Division I. Georgia Tech, a team struggling in D2. You don't want to be in the box twice in the opening 10 minutes.
So you should be on F1, Mr. Torrin. If you're on F1, or maybe you got to change your battery because I don't have you. Now we got you.
You got me?
Got you. You sound great.
I'm having trouble hearing you guys down here, but as long as you can hear me.
Yoo-Hoo was having the same problem. We were going in and out in the beginning, but then it worked out.
Waiting for the officials.
And clock management. Yeah, they have 2 penalties on the board right now. They got to take one off.
Well, I'm sure Georgia wouldn't mind.
Yeah. Crowd's getting very vocal about this predicament, too. A lot of red in the crowd right now. A lot of red.
Yeah, I was walking through the concourse. There's a lot of Bulldogs there. Big fan base here, obviously, in the state. They have a great following with this Georgia Bulldog team. There's your replay.
There's that cross-check. Yep.
Exactly, right into the
dangerous
corner.
Spill there, too,
that
for
is.
Strauss.
That is a dangerous play, but fortunately everybody's okay. Now the Bulldogs up on the power play. Let's see what they can do this time as they move the puck around over on that half wall. Playing hard was Jacobson.
New captain with the departure of Connolly.
Yep. That's big shoes to fill right there. Big number 17 for the blue and gold. Up off the boards right out in front. Takes a shot. Big save. Germano's on top of his game tonight. Great shot from Hedquist.
Hedquist, Long Island native.
But he overcame. And he came down to the south. There's a rebound. A couple of guys pushing and shoving. Kenny will let him go. So do you know him from up there?
I do not, but I met his parents, though, when Georgia came to the island for 2 games against Farmingdale, and Georgia, very successful weekend. Game 1 was a tie, 3-3. Game 2 for the Ice Dogs, 4-0. Absolute domination for Georgia.
This year?
This year, absolute domination. Held Farmingdale to 12 shots.
Did you call the game?
Yeah, I was on the call for that one. Yeah, it was Georgia, very impressive display on the road, no less.
Yeah, they're a very strong program. They're very well coached, disciplined. There's a shot, doesn't get through. Stopped in front. Georgia picks it right back up. Here's the difference that I already see in this game from the game we just saw. The Georgia passing is much crisper, much sharper than either team we saw in that last game so far. There's an opportunity again. Hedquist, look at the pass. Unselfish play,
Amazing
just up
save.
and over. I mentioned before you got on, Georgia only has 2 players that have more goals than assists. Everybody else is the opposite. Pretty impressive.
That's so. Georgia Tech, a team with 3 guys, 12 games, 3 of them have 7 goals.
There's a broken stick now. Cleared and all the way back down. 28 seconds left and counting in the penalty to Clougherty. So Newbold stops the puck behind his net. Here come the Bulldogs up on the near side. They drop the puck out on that far side. Number 7 used to be world famous, one of the Santa Maria brothers, right, Torrin?
That is right, Lewis, but now it is Wild Bill Martin walking the line here. Switched his number from 44 as a rookie to number 7 this year.
Wild Bill Martin. Now we got a new name. See, that's why we bring you in. You got all that in-depth knowledge and scoop from the glass.
Another fun fact for you, Lewis, who wore 7 before that was William Bubba McDonald.
That's what I was waiting for the whole first game, was a hot mic right there. While Torrin was talking, we got a hot mic moment. I think, who was yelling out in your ear just now? Was it Georgia Tech's bench?
That would be Georgia Tech this time. That's John McAvilly. Make sure I say it right. He was correcting me before.
Machiavelli.
Yeah, there's a lot of chirping going on. Most of it's been from the Georgia bench so far. I'm surprised it hasn't been picked up on the mic yet.
McAvilly's one of those 3 guys that have 7 goals on this year alongside Dorcas and Prasanna. And then right after that, it drops off to 4 and then 2. So the goal scoring really only coming from 3 bodies so far for the Yellow Jackets.
There we go. That shot's deflected up and off the glass on the back of the net. Georgia pulls it up. We're skating 5-a-side again. You know, I love working with Torrin. I met him last year. He did a great job. He's going to be a broadcaster full-time like yourself. But if I know him, he's probably stirring the pot on the benches between the glass. Just to get a little extra scoop for us here on the College Hockey South channel. There's a rebound, a save. There's a shot, empty net. Oh, off the post. Just missing that. Great rebound opportunity. There's your boy Massaros, the leading scorer for these Bulldogs. Tech comes right back. Newbold holds on. That was a golden opportunity.
It's 13 shots to 2 for a reason. Georgia's been the dominant team early on. You feel like they're still on the power play, but it ended a minute ago, and they were oh so close to getting the first strike. But so far, nothing, as Germano has been strong, 13 for 13, and they need that performance out of Germano tonight to hang in this one.
So we are at a media timeout. We'll be back in just a minute. All right, we're going to go down to Mr. Torrin Smith. What was going on during the media timeout on both benches? Did you get any scoop for us?
Yeah, more of the same that we've been hearing from both sides, just kind of coaches telling them play their game. Neither team really giving up a whole lot so far. Just kind of stick to their game plan. Georgia Tech trying to get a few more shots on goal here.
Well, at the end of the game, just like we did last game, my partner here, Jordan, is going to make the choices as that shot's deflected wide on the 3 stars of the game. And early on, I think one of the favorites has to be Germano. 13 shots, 13 saves so far, Jordan.
He's going to try to steal one right now for the Yellow Jackets, but they got a long way to go. Don't want to spend too much time in your own zone this early to kick things off.
Exactly right. 8:45 left here. Skating 5-a-side. Georgia would love a chance at the Gators again, who are in the championship game tomorrow night. Trying to come in, make a play. Look at that save again by Germano. A lot of pushing and shoving. Right on the doorstep is Alexander Strauss.
Another penalty coming up against Georgia Tech. Second meeting this year between these two teams. First one was on the road for the Bulldogs. They knocked off Georgia Tech. It was 6-1. And you're actually make it the second meeting as they were announcing the penalty. My apologies on hooking. Actually, it's the third meeting. It's both meetings prior to this, 6-1 and 9-0 wins for Georgia.
They've outscored them 15-1.
In the past years, this has been a matchup that's been so competitive, but like Lewis said earlier, the key losses to the seniors and the forwards up front has hurt Georgia Tech this year. Third time this period they're on the kill.
There's a shot. Germano's going to be the man of the hour for this Tech team. Win, lose, or draw, it looks like. He's faced more rubber already than the Michelin Man. He's got 1:51 to kill off on this. He's got 15 shots on him in the first. We haven't even played 12 minutes yet. At that pace will be 50 plus by the end of the game unless they can come up with something. But kudos to Coach Colin Roberts and this Georgia Tech team for trying to do their best with a very, very young group of Yellow Jackets. There's a shot and a save, picked up down behind the net now, out on that far side, playing catch over there. Parente makes a pass across, nobody there. They go right back to the point. Love the puck movement of the Georgia team. Puck goes across on that side, that's deflected up and off a skate. Tech's going to have a chance to clear it, and they do all the way down. I have seen Georgia play a few times. I got to watch Torrin on his broadcast. Have not seen them play in person until now. And, you know, it's so much better to watch it in person, particularly from our vantage point. And you can see so much more than you do at home on the TV. But very impressed so far with the Georgia Bulldogs.
They have a good neutral zone game, very physical. So two things they thrive off of. They clog the neutral zone, make it difficult for you to come up the middle, and they're a very physical big team.
So now as they rush the puck, they come up through center, gaining the zone. Momentarily, then he loses it. Hagen there. Tech coming back the other way. Got the puck down low, looking for their 5th shot of the game if they can get something on Newbold. 6:48 left. You know, if you told Coach Colin Roberts you'd be 0-0 14 minutes into the game, I think you'd be pretty happy. You just got to wonder. There's a shot. Rebound picked up. Georgia comes back up to the point. Rags it to the center. Back over on the half wall to Massaros. He's the man to watch. There's a shot. Glove save. Loose puck. Finally put in on the rebound. That's going to be number 15, Punzenberger. And this Bulldog team takes the lead 1-0.
It looked like an innocent save. It looked like Germano gloved it, but then on the second chance to just put it away, he lost control of it, and Punzenberger right there to push it 5-hole. And a very unfortunate one, right as the penalty expires. Georgia still hounding in the offensive zone, and that's a goal that was avoidable. Germano, who's been so good so far, was 17 of 17. That's one he's going to regret.
You make one mistake, and then you turn around and you give up a goal like that. But you know what? I mean, what are you going to do? You can't complain, right? 1 for 17.
Yeah, but if you're a goalie right now, goalie's mentality, I'm going to try to get in his mind. He's going to think I should be 18 for 18 right now.
Yeah, he did. He did have it, and he just lost control. But good play by Punzenberger, right where he needs to be. There's another save, rebound, kicked out up to the point.
And Germano right now, he looks so sound in net.
Does
that one goal that we just saw? He caught it, lost it, but he's looked so sound. Like the rebounds are being simply kicked aside. He's not shaky. He's not overcommitting. He's not undercommitting. He's not challenging too much. He's not sitting. He looks very poised in the crease right now.
And Germano replacing Dylan Yost, who was a very good goalie for this team. He's played many years with them. Very strong. He kept them in every game, whether they were outmatched or not, as the Gatorade bottle is off the back of the net. They fix the net. They don't pick up the Gatorade bottle. There's a shot and a glove save. Germano there. And now they'll go ahead.
You got Germano feeling the puck throughout this whole period. He's 18 of 19 right now. On the other end, you got Newbold sitting there getting cold. So Georgia Tech's got to think, if we could keep this around 1, we just got to get a shot and crash the net for a rebound, because a goalie that does not see shots often, they get cold, they get tense. You know, when's my first shot? When's my next shot coming on goal? And I better be ready for it.
Yeah.
You don't want to sit around doing nothing too long.
There's a shot on the post again. Germano there. He is a busy boy. And like you said, if you're the goaltender, you're the player, you'd rather be him than Newbold sitting down there on the other end. But if I'm the coach on the bench, I'll take this side, versus getting outshot.
Yeah.
22-4 already.
Georgia is so sound. They're one of not many teams can say this in Division I or all throughout AAU to say that, is they can go with anyone in the net. They can go Newbold or Testino. Talked about this game for Georgia Tech. Both their goalies in the 5s in terms of goals against average.
Oh, what a save. Big shot, a rebound. In the crease on that rebound was Hedquist. What did it look like down there from your angle, Torrin?
Yeah, just a lucky bounce for the Jackets there. It bounced off of one of the Dogs players and onto the tape of Hedquist. If we take a look at the replay right here, he's just in the right place at the right time, able to just bat that one into the back of the net.
Beautiful play, right on the doorstep, exactly how Coach would teach it.
But we cannot overlook Germano made the save of the year potentially right before that, and Ryan Peacock in the crease just missed getting Hedquist out of the way and tying him up. But Germano made a sensational stick save to prevent the first one from going in. It's just the rebound was right on the doorstep for Hedquist. The Long Island native gets on the board for Georgia as Hedquist will get his 9th goal of the year, his 17th point.
Georgia now 23 shots, up 2-0, starting to flex their muscles. Stay tuned. We got 4 minutes and 5 seconds left here. First period action. Oh, great stretch pass. Coming in, taking a shot. Big save on Whitwer. Beautiful pass. There's a turnover. Again a shot. Whitmer stolen a second time. And then on the rebound, Spicer denied by Germano.
There's only one person in blue and gold that came to play today, and it's the man in the goalie gear right now. Germano, if it's not for him, this game's 6-0 already. They're leaving him out to dry. Guys are not picking up their man down low. They're not quick enough on their puck pursuits to get to those loose pucks. Second and third opportunities are there all day for the Ice Dogs. It's all Georgia, and it's all Germano in net.
I'll tell you what. Sometimes when you look at the stats and you see numbers, you're not sure if it's the player or the defense in front of them, right? Obviously, this kid can play.
Germano, 852 goals, a save percentage, 516 goals against average. Not great. Tonight, those stats mean nothing.
So we got 3 minutes and 10 seconds left. Georgia up 2-0. Stay with us. At the end of the first intermission, Torrin is going to grab a guest from the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets to his left. Maybe it's Mekavilli. Could be anybody else. I'm not sure if the goalie wants to talk, but he would probably be a fun interview.
You'll never get a goalie.
I got one in Orlando this year. It was kind of cool. But
goalies are very weird with that.
I know, right? But now he wanted to do it, and I was like, come on. So Torrin will get somebody from Coach Roberts, and we'll see how that goes. It'll be an interesting conversation. Georgia coming right back again. Oh, another shot and save with traffic in front. That was Punzenberger. I'll tell you what, you can watch this game over and over on our College Hockey South YouTube channel. If you want to watch some great goaltending, you want to teach a goaltender how to play, that's it right there. There's another rebound coming in hard was Crawford, and Germano went down, took the net off.
It's another example of the second opportunity. The first one on the puck is always Georgia. Georgia Tech just a step or two behind the whole first period. Another example of the pucks available down low in the crease for a second chance. Who's on it first? It's always the team in white and red.
Germano looks like he's okay as he gets back up, skates around the officials, and Peacock going to get that put back on. So I'll tell you what, Germano's fixing his helmet, giving himself a chance to breathe. He's stopping pucks from going in the net. He's stopping players from going in the net.
Yeah. He was in net for both the previous games against Georgia. 6-1 loss. He got up 5 and 24 saves.
How many? Okay.
And then the 9-0 loss, he was in net for all 9. He had 49 saves.
Okay, but the one game he had 24.
Yes, in that 6-1 loss, I believe he would have got pulled because he got up 5 on 6 goals. So.
Okay, if you want to go to DraftKings, Georgia has 27 shots in this period, not the game, and he's got 25 saves. It'll be interesting to see. He may have the same numbers in this first period of shots as he did in that entire game against this Bulldog team.
Germano has had 5 games with 30 or more saves, 4 games with 40 or more saves.
Wow, unbelievable. Taking a shot. That was number 7,
and
I believe.
He's getting feisty now after the incident with Germano. Crowd's getting into it as well.
Yeah. It only gets better as the weekend goes along, boys. Do we have a call coming up or no call? No call, right? Everybody's clean. So a minute 39 left. 27 shots to 5, 2-0. Here's our GPT replay. Not much going on there until...
Mikavilli was down low, and then he took some shots from Eberle.
Yeah.
You got Bill Martin as well. What was the nickname, Torin, for Bill Martin?
Wild Bill.
Wild Bill?
Yep.
Yeah, that's Wild Bill. We've called him that a couple of times. I don't know if that's really catching on, but we like it on our broadcast.
That works.
Well,
We'll
he
go
lived up
with
to
it.
the name there. He's getting a little wild in front of the net.
Shot in front, comes back out. Here come the Dogs again. Dogs coming down on the backhand. That is the big fella, number 44, Hedquist. He's already got one. Georgia makes a pass across. It's going to come back out. Dumped it in. Going to give it a nice little chase for it. Looks like Georgia's going to be the first one there. Pops back out in front. Back up to the point. Less than 1 minute in the first. Oh, what a deflection. Beautiful pass from the point. Nobody covering Evan Parente. And as he's talking to Germano there. So what you're seeing now, you know, where you got to calm down if you're Georgia Tech is you don't want to start running around in your own end. Then you make things even more complicated. 28 shots, you're only down 2. You know?
28 shots to 5, you're down 2. Yeah. Oh, my. Almost 3-0 there. I was just about to say, Lewis, small victory, get out of this period down 2-0. And as the words were coming out of my mouth, It was almost 3-0.
45 seconds left. We got an icing call. You know what, Torin? I know you're a great young man and you're going to be a great adult and announcer. You know what would be really cool? You as an opposing member of the hockey world with the Georgia team, you should take Germano out after the game to that crazy pizza place you and Joe and I went last year, you know, with that funny flower on the pizza box. Take him out, buy him whatever refreshment he wants, because this guy is playing his butt off as he takes a shot and another save there. Would you do that? Would you actually take an opponent out for a drink?
Yeah, I think it's a nice gesture, Lewis. And, you know, we're all Georgia boys here at heart.
He needs more than just pizzas after this game, this guy.
I'm telling you, right out in front again. There it is. Oh, no goal.
Post. Hit the post.
Post to post, the goalie's best friend. Clearly Germano's best friend tonight. With 11.9 seconds left. Ding, ding, ding. DraftKings wins 30 shots.
Second time this period they've hit that same post, Georgia. Without that post, it's 4-0. Without Germano, it might be 8-0.
Exactly.
It's 30 shots to 5. Parente almost had one moments before. Small victory for Georgia Tech. Get out of this period down 2 and take a deep breath in the locker room.
That would be absolutely incredible. 8 seconds left. Now they're going to get a chance to clear the puck. Tech comes in, takes a shot that's just deflected over in the corner. Harmlessly, it goes to the half wall. And we're going to turn it over to Torin Smith as soon as the players break it up. There's a little scrum.
We didn't get this action in the last game, Tennessee,
No.
Florida. It's getting shippy now. Crowd's into it.
So 30 shots to 5. Georgia up 2-0. I believe Chris Haynes is going to have the center ice cam on Torrin Smith, who's going to, I believe he's got number 44 there.
Yeah, McAvilly.
McAvilly. All right, go ahead. Take it away.
I think they're about to set up that center ice cam.
I'm here with J.R. McEvely. A tough start to the game here, boys. You got down 2-0, shots 30-5 in favor of the Ice Dogs. What do you guys got to get back? What do you guys got to talk about in the locker room to get back in this one offensively?
Yeah, we just got to get on the same page. We knew this wasn't going to be an easy one. They got a lot of depth on their team.
Oh, that's not us.
Yeah, so we just got to come out harder in the second.
A lot of talking between benches down here. What do you guys got to do to keep your heads in this game and just stay focused on winning?
Yeah, just like any other hockey game, we got to ignore the noise. I mean, it's a big rivalry, and they're trying to get in our head. They know they're the better team, but we're going to come out and show them different in the second half here.
And your goalie's standing on his head down there and back in the net. What do you guys got to do to support him down in that defensive zone?
Yeah, Brendan always stands on his head, so there's no surprise there, but we definitely got to defend him a little better and get some more shots down the other end to take the pressure off him.
All right, thanks, JR. Good luck.
Torrin, thanks. All right, they got a curling competition coming up, sponsored by Publix, where shopping is a pleasure. Anybody in the state of Georgia or Florida, wherever you're watching in the Southeast, go ahead and go to Publix. Pick up whatever groceries you need. They got great little dinners on the side as well. Jordan and I will be back in a few minutes. Enjoy this curling competition. I'm Louis DiPaolo, Jordan DeLuciano, and Torrin Smith. Georgia 2, Georgia Tech 0. All right, welcome back, everybody. I'm Louis DiPaolo with Jordan DeLuciano. We got our man down between the glass, Torrin Smith. He's actually doing double duty tonight. Torrin is working on a documentary for the University of Georgia based on this tournament. Torrin, tell us what you got going on down there.
Yeah, Louis, like you said, double duty. Got my man Joe Kopko, me running the camera for our little documentary. But my undivided attention is to you guys in this game, and it's a great one at that. I will say I'm going to be pretty careful with the microphone as it's starting to get a little bit mouthy down here between the benches.
Wow.
It is, yeah. We've caught a couple of that on the hot mic, but hey, that's good TV, though, you know. The producers might not love it, but it's good TV nonetheless. But it is a 2-0 lead. It is domination on the part of Georgia, outshooting the Yellow Jackets, the Ice Dogs are, 30-5. 2 goals on the board, part of that 30. And first one came off a Punzenberger goal, off a miscue by the goaltender Germano, one of his only miscue. And the second one was James Hedquist picking up the pieces off a phenomenal stop, a diving stick save by Germano, denying Parente on the doorstep, but the rebound was right there for Hedquist, as that's where we stand at 2-0 for the Ice Dogs as we're underway in the second.
So there's an interview, a shot and a goal. Meccavilli just told us that they were going to come out firing. You're not even kidding on that. That was Persona, Tampa's Persona with the goal. And all of a sudden that lead is cut in half like that.
8 seconds into the second period. You want to talk about grabbing this game back by the horns? That's exactly how you do it. And it's Newbold, his 5th shot of the game. He got no action. He's cold. He's not warmed up. He's probably tightening up back there. Not many shots. When a goalie doesn't see shots, they don't like that. They want to feel the puck. They want to get hit. And out of nowhere, when you get tested, it wasn't a simple shot from the blue line. That was a quick, in-your-face, crease crasher type shot that he got beat on.
Wow, just like that. Georgia Tech cuts the lead in half. Unbelievable. But I want to say hi to the Gabrielic family watching down in Florida. The whole family's watching down there. Noah plays on the Lakeland team over there for the Florida Southern team. They'll be moving up to Division II next year. They'll be in this division. Maybe Torrin is actually going down there to play Florida Southern, I think in a couple of weeks. That shot high and over the head. Boy, I'll tell you, the first 45 seconds of this looks like a totally different Georgia Tech team.
Persona gets his 8th goal, now his team leading 8th goal. Meccavilli gets his 3rd assist on the year, his 10th point. Persona gets his 12th point.
Georgia Tech coming right back in. There's a drop pass. There's a return. Meccavilli, maybe it was that interview with Torrin. He got him pumped up, and he went in the locker room and told the boys, listen, we're on College Hockey South YouTube channel. Like, we got to make something happen here. We're getting embarrassed. Taking the shot right away, coming back. Beautiful shot. Hedquist as he goes top shelf on that one. And Georgia comes right back to make it 3-1.
That's an absolute backbreaker if you're the Yellow Jackets. You start the period off so strong, you get a goal to cut the lead in half, but just a beautifully placed shot. Perfection by Hedquist, his 2nd of the game, gives them that 2-goal lead back and just takes any momentum that Georgia Tech had and just stifles it like that. Snap of a finger, blink of an eye.
So at 18:37 left in the second, Georgia answers back. Couple of good hits there in front of both benches. Maybe a little physicality picking up, as Torrin told you. He's between the glass, and he said a lot of chirping going on, the intensity. Listen, it's a big game for both teams. Clearly, Tech doesn't want to get embarrassed. Georgia would love an opportunity at the Gators again. Whoa.
Off the ice.
That you want to talk about scaring me, catch me off guard. I got that whistle right in our ear.
Kenny's on the wrong channel.
Hedquist.
I got it.
Like I keep mentioning the Long Island native, why couldn't he just stay on Long Island and play for Farmingdale? Would have been so much better off for our Rams team. Still a good team. Farmingdale's ranked number 5 in AAU, but Hedquist would have stayed on the island and could have made the team even better. But now he's with Georgia.
Oh.
Speaking of the Ice Dogs, they'll go to the penalty kill right now. Will Donato to the box.
No, come on, because he's going to look at it there.
All right, I got to tell Torrin, we got a problem. He's on, one referee is on 1, the other is on 2, so someone's got your channel. When you see Radolinsky, the tall referee, I was going to say the tall, ugly guy, but that wouldn't be fair.
But what the refs are discussing right now is extra discipline for Donato, and I think Donato's going to get it. I think Donato's night is over.
Misconduct.
Back-to-back games, we had one.
We can give him.
Hold on.
What? He kicked his skate out from under him. Yep.
Slew foot, then.
So there
if
you
you
go.
caught that on the stream,
Slew
kicked
foot,
his
5 in a
foot,
game.
slew foot, 5 in a game.
Ken Radolinsky with the call. So at the next chance, Torrin let him know to move his mic over, but at least it's on, and we were able to get the call there. So the slew foot, Georgia's got to send someone to the box. They're going to send Joe Copshaw. Oh, no, sorry, we can't do that, right? So sitting in the box now, I believe that's going to be number 9, Lalande, for the Bulldogs. Get an opportunity for Georgia Tech to come back. This is the second game. It's the second major penalty you and I have seen tonight.
And perfect world for Georgia Tech. That puck goes out of play. Fan gets a souvenir. Perfect world for Georgia Tech, the Yellow Jackets. Not only tie the game, you take the lead. That's perfect world. But you want to realistically not tie this game. Just get back that goal you lost to Hedquist is second of the game.
Exactly.
Get back to that 1-goal deficit within this 5 minutes. Get at least one power play goal.
Speaking of souvenirs, if you're watching at home and you got any fans or family here, there are 4 separate tables where these players have all their merchandise. They will sign autographs. So you've got a place right on the main concourse for all 4 universities. And if you can't get it there, go to their websites. All these kids need support. There's a shot. Oh, that was deflected. Comes over here on the corner. Jacobson there. Back up top. Over here to Jacobson. He makes a pass across. Pulled up off the deflection out of the air. Tech comes down behind the net. There's Prasanna. He's got the goal. Pranay Prasanna. That just flows nicely.
That's a nice name. Yeah, Pranay Prasanna.
Yeah.
Usually us announcers, we get the difficult names. That's a nice name to pronounce.
There's a shot that doesn't come through. That went off of Spicer. Nice job by the Tech team. They turn it over. Blind pass in front. Easy clear for Wild Bill Martin. And Germano's going to hold on. Kwan now up off the boards, trying to make that long pass. Tech able to get it in, but they do not get it in with control. Coming out the other way is Parenti. Parenti's got some time and space. He skates around. 4 of the 5 Tech players, finally the last man back, makes a play. You'd love to see somebody play the body there.
You know, you got to see somebody step up. And right off the bench, Mikavilli just let him walk right by. Guy's got to be, he doesn't let him walk by there.
Yeah, he hits him there.
But you got to realize we're the team on the power play. We cannot let guys just skate through the middle of the ice like that. You got to step up.
So Tech coming in, dumps the puck. They're going to change 3 guys.
Yeah, that's a bad change, Lewis. Good catch.
Yeah. So they dump the puck. They lose possession. Georgia's going to pick it up. Short-handed down there. Comes back up to the point. Georgia went D to D on that side. Able to keep it in. Dumping it down was Gannon. The assistant captain for Coach Campy holding the green line, not the blue line tonight. And tomorrow night and Monday night here. Right here from this booth, the NHL Network will be broadcasting the ECHL All-Star Game. So make sure you watch tomorrow's Stars today. There's a shot. Oh, what a save beautiful save by Newbold on that. Getting absolutely robbed. That looked like there was an empty net there. That was Molnar. Ethan Molnar, this is the first time, I believe this is Ethan's first game. We got to look up his stats. And it's the first time he's ever played with his brother.
But Ethan Molnar, 2 goals on the year. A combination of a great save by Newbold and also Molnar shot it back into the direction of Molnar. So instead of going for that far post area, Molnar shot it back towards the diving body of Newbold, which assisted the save, but at the same time, you can't take away from that stop. A phenomenal acrobatic move by Newbold.
My mistake to the Molnar family, it's Paul that's playing in his first game. So his first college game is his first game ever with his brother. You got to love that. Shots 31-9. If you see that on your scoreboard, that is not a Chris Haynes mistake. That is actual figures here. Georgia coming in offside. No, yeah. I was going to say, I thought that was offsides. Hey, we were talking about the jerseys, the 50th anniversary, and then the white and black for Georgia. Why don't you tell everybody what you learned about the officials' jerseys tonight?
Yes, jerseys, whenever there's a tournament going on at the College Hockey South, just like the Battle of the Beach, the refs get in on the fun. Just like this tournament at the Savannah Classic, they're wearing the Ghostbuster jerseys, the refs, in honor of the Ghost Pirates who play out of this arena.
I believe Billy Goobleman, and I'm on a text chain with the crazy guys and normally wear the stripes, and now they're wearing whatever they're wearing. But we were talking about it. Starting last year, they wanted to design something new for the new arena, and kudos to them. They're a great group of officials. Got 5 great ones here. Mr. Totten, the former Savannah official, now is just in charge of putting all this together. Somebody's got to be mature in that group. There's a shot right out from behind the net, taken out by his own teammate. I believe that's Bailey. Is that correct, number 28?
Yep, Ryan Bailey on the wraparound.
Was that Bailey, Torrin?
Yeah, 26 on the goal, no assist.
My bad. I thought it was 26. So it's Massaros on the goal. Tell Kenny to change his mic so we can get you, Torrin. Or tell the official in front of you to tell Kenny.
But that is another backbreaker for Georgia. They start the period hot with the quick goal, immediately give it up to Hedquist. They go back down 2. But then the golden opportunity presented itself with a 5-minute power play. Spent the earliest moments of the power play in the zone. No crazy opportunities. That one great chance with Ethan Molnar on the save by Newbold. But after that, it's been nothing happening. And then another 5-hole goal gets through Germano. So perhaps Georgia has found the weakness in the armor of Germano. 2 goals on the 5-hole, and there's a post shot.
Right off the post, coming back. Back and forth they go now. Shots 31-9. Again, Georgia just going up 4-1. Second 5-minute power play opportunity we saw in the tournament so far. Tennessee had that against the Gators. They didn't do much with it.
Nope. At least Tennessee did not let up a goal on that 5-minute power play. So a deflating 5 minutes have gone by, 10 seconds away from the full 5 evaporating. And they're no better situation. I said they had to at least get one, and they gave up one.
Yeah. So they cut it back at 5 of strength. There's a breakaway coming in, taking a shot, just missing on that was Parente. He's had a couple of good chances. Georgia, gave up that early goal. It was a 2-1 game, and then they answered back, and then, like you said, they get an opportunity there to go up 4-1, and they do.
Evan Parente out of Athens, Georgia, so the local kid, the hero of the final game of pool play last year. It was winner go home against the number 1 ranked St. Bonaventure in Pool A, and Georgia and the Bonnies go 2-2 in overtime, and it's Evan Parente's overtime goal, 3-2 win against the number 1 ranked Bonnies to send Georgia to the next round.
That was an amazing game, and I had Georgia-Tampa in the playoffs. That was a great game. Georgia was down. Testino was in the net. We're going to see him tomorrow. big, strong goaltender. A couple of unusual goals went in, but they battled back. That was decided late. Georgia wants to get back there. This time is Division I. They will be in Philly. They would love another opportunity at the AAU Championship. Coming up March
First week of
6th?
March.
Yeah.
First week of March.
It's like 9 days, right?
It's a long one. In the past, we just had, it started off 2 years ago with the Fed Cup, one division.
Yep.
Last year, the first year of the AAU National Championships, two divisions, Division 2 and Division 3. This year, Division 1, 2, 3, and the women's. All in a 9-day extravaganza. It kicks off on the first Wednesday of the month of March, women's and D1.
We're going to need a lot of halls, or what do you use, Ricola?
I use Ricola because halls, if I have too many of them, it gives me a reaction on my tongue and my gums. So I use Ricola cough drops, but technically that's medicine, so you can't take too much of those, you'll get a headache. So I take 2 a day while I'm at nationals. And
there you go.
Any more than that, you get a headache.
Well, that will be a great, great tournament, so make sure you stay tuned. That'll be broadcast on the Black Dog Hockey Network. Our friends from California come in and put that up. We'll be back in Philly at the same location as last year. This Georgia Bulldog team now in control of the game and on the scoreboard.
They were able to weather that early storm and immediately shut down the storm with that Hedquist goal. And now it's even went on the kill for 5 minutes. It's just been all Ice Dogs.
It was their game to lose, as we said earlier. They outshot this Tech team, or outscored this Tech team 15-1 in the first 2 games they played. This is now game 3. There's a shot just missed on that near side. Adler on that one. Some bodies flying around here.
I believe in the previous game, Shield on Florida had around, 31, 32 saves in the 5-1 win, and it was a very impressive performance. Right now, halfway through the second, halfway through the game, Germano is approaching that number already with 29.
Oh, great check there. Excuse me, by the Georgia defense, or the Georgia Tech defense coming back. We talked about he may get 50 or more shots tonight. Check your DraftKings board on that one. But he is just getting pounded back there. A little bit better this particular one. I think he had 30 at the end of one, because I know he had more than he did in that entire game. Georgia Tech trying to make something happen. They bring it back up to the point. McAvilly was on that opportunity, and then he turned it over. Georgia goes out on that far side right in front of their bench. They turn, make the pass across the Whitwer. But we're looking for the return pass. Couldn't get it.
Got a breakaway.
Georgia Tech's got an opportunity here. Dorcas comes in, leading goal scorer. Gets the puck back. He missed on that one. Throws it in front. Great stick coming back. The big fella Punzenberger. That was a great back check for Coach Campy's Bulldogs on that one.
Yeah, Dorcas now trying to keep up with Prasanna. Prasanna now leads the team with 8, and one behind is Dorcas, missing wide on the blocker.
Romine gets the puck out. Is that you? Oh,
my bad.
That's fine. No, you're good. I was going to say Torn. Well, we would have to blame the guy behind the glass, right?
Next stoppage, I want to go down to Torn and see if the energy on the bench from the first period from both teams, if the chippiness is carried into this one with Georgia continuing the dominance. So, Torn, I sent it down to you. What's the vibe down there between the benches?
Well, Torn, go over to 2. Switch it over to 2. Let's see if we can pick you up there, because Kenny's got it messed up. Are you on 2? No.
Picked a bad time to go to Torrin, but we are in our immediate timeout right now, so we'll try to figure out what is going on with the audio down there. We had a couple of hot mic moments during the opening period. Both teams were up the whole entire opening 20 at the front of their bench, talking to one another. Even though Georgia was dominating, Georgia Tech was still very vocal down there. And it was an intensity that wasn't really seen in the first game between Florida and Tennessee. You know, the intensity was really just, it came in the second period, both teams pushing, but then the third period hit between Florida and Tennessee. and the game slowed down immensely.
All right, I think Torin may be ready to go. Torin, can you hear us?
Hey.
All right, go ahead.
You hear me there? All right.
We
got
got
it figured out. Nice.
So what's the vibe down there, Torin?
Yeah, like you guys were saying, that early goal by Georgia Tech kind of shut the Georgia bench up for a little bit. It was really quiet down here. Georgia Tech was taking care of business. They haven't been talking too much on their side, but Georgia's right back to their good vibes on this side after a couple of quick goals.
So a couple of quick goals to go up 4-1. It'll be interesting to hear. What's the Georgia Tech bench like right now?
They're definitely not out of this one. They're just trying to figure their game out, stick with their game plan, and get right back in this one. There's still plenty of time left for them to tie it up and even take the lead going into the third.
All right, that is our down on the glass between the benches. Torin Smith doing a great job for us here on College Hockey South. Louis DiPaolo, Jordan DeLuciano for Chris Haynes, Brian Sklover, and the entire Ghost Pirates TV. Thanks for joining us here. We got 2 great games coming up tomorrow, the third place game and then the championship game. There's a shot and a big save by Newbold.
That's going to make him feel good.
I was just going to say, he's got to get some rubber thrown at him, right?
He had that great save on the power play and then gets a glove on that, getting rid of the demons of that first goal. Nice glove snag there for Newbold.
So we already know the Gators are going to be in it tomorrow. Possibly, 8:30 start, depending.
Yeah, first game will be the third place game. Second game will be the championship game.
So we're running late here tonight, but thanks for joining us here on a Friday night. I know there's been some inclement weather all around the southeast, but if you couldn't make it out to the game, we're here for you. Commissioner Kyle Nell and Sarge and Mark Perwitz, everybody's got us going in. Jordan flew down from Long Island this morning. I drove up yesterday from Orlando, so all of us coming from different places for probably the coolest hockey tournament in college hockey, maybe outside the Beanpot, right?
It's a big extravaganza down here. Yeah, the Beanpot's going to be hard to tackle, but I think the more the years go on at the Savannah Classic,
it's gonna grow.
Arena,
yeah,
especially at this arena, it's going to grow.
Absolutely. And the stronger the teams get, we were talking earlier, Georgia's got a rink coming up in Athens. It's a single sheet, 5,500 seats. It's almost as big as this. And they'll fill that thing, I promise you.
Yeah, they'll pack them in.
Yeah. Close to campus, those kids will be all over that thing. And if you're going to bet one team to go D1, because I know you do D1 Connecticut up there in LIU.
Yeah, Connecticut and LIU, yeah.
When you'll see if there's a betting team, odds got to be on Georgia to be the first team in the South.
Yeah, the South, I think once one team goes NCAA D1, you're going to see the trickle-down effect. Hockey down in the South is growing. It might not be at the NCAA level for Division I yet, but it's growing, and people don't realize how big it is down here.
It's huge. A lot of our kids, I was involved 17 years in Orlando. A lot of our kids, when they get to a certain level, they do go up north and play. There was 4 kids on Team USA's World Junior Championship team from the state of Florida.
They had Parenti there for a breakaway pass out of the zone. Hogan could not find him up the middle. He was wide open.
6:59 left here. Georgia just turns, dumps the puck back in, skating 5 aside. I think I'm going to have to go to Publix on the way back. I may need some more Tums after that sausage dog or whatever we had.
I didn't eat that. I did not eat that. It's not my style. The hot dog or whatever it was.
Yeah. But when you get to do these games, they're fun, but we don't have a lot of time in between.
No, there's not much time to eat. Our time in between the other game, Lewis, was you and I going down there to do the podcast, to set it up.
Yeah.
And then you had to immediately run back up here.
Yeah, so we're going to be right back there again after this game. Go on the AAU podcast. Jordan does it all the time. I just get to hang with him this weekend. But jump on that podcast. We're going to have Coach Camp. We should have Coach Roberts, maybe a player or two from each team on there. It's a really cool thing. You do a great job with your show. And it'll be just another chance to get to meet players of your favorite team. 5:52 left here. Second period action. Georgia 4-1. Looking to make a return trip. Just missed on that. Comes around and then goes out. So out of the last, let me see if I got it here. The last five of the last 6 championships have gone to either Florida or Georgia, with Tech sliced in the middle. So right now you would think that that's a strong possibility for tomorrow. And wait till you see this place fill up for that. A championship game on Saturday night.
Yeah, you see a sea of red right now behind the benches. The Florida merchandise stand was right next to where I have the podcast, and they were running out of jerseys.
That's
to
amazing.
sell.
That shot doesn't get through. Georgia Tech's got a chance there. Ekavili just missed his teammate on that one. That was Persona. Those two connected. Nice pass across. Look at this back and forth shot. Just missed on that side. Georgia Tech's got some guys that can play, Jordan. They're just not deep, and they're not full of experience yet. There's a turnover. Persona with the pass across. Dorcas there. This is the big line for Coach Roberts, who I got to talk to this week. A lot of these guys from Georgia Tech, engineering majors, and they've got some really cool jobs. That Conley's on one right now that he's doing, and I'm not even sure how much he's allowed to discuss it because of the nature of his business, as we got a call and a whistle. But, you know, the student athletes that we have, that's the thing that I love, Jordan, is learning about these kids, you know, their parents, what a great job they did raising them, getting them all through travel hockey, coming in, playing in college, you know, doing their work. Because none of these kids that you and I do, not even your NCAA kids, they're not getting free rides. They're not going to, you know, an easy class and the coach or the professor saying, yeah, we're going to give you an A, go to practice. They don't get those things.
Yeah, it's living that dual life. You got to take care of your business in the classroom and take care of business outside on the ice. It's a tough athletic and academics to combine, but these guys get it done all across collegiate sports, whether it be on the ice or on the football field or on the diamond, whatever it may be.
Yeah, and it's a great life lesson. And these kids, you know, they develop their skills at a young age for athletics. That shot up and off the glove. But, you know, kudos to their parents for making sure the academic side is there and the kids for being a part of it. The other thing, too, that you talk about life's lessons. So I didn't get to do it today because, you know, I'm in the mortgage business and it's been more than slow lately. So I had an opportunity to do a loan today. So I couldn't go with Georgia, but I was going to jump on the bus. The Georgia Bulldogs go every year. Torrin can probably talk about it during the intermission. They go every year to the Children's Hospital here. And if somebody scores and does a banana, I believe her name was Ella. Is that correct, Torrin, if you were there?
It's it's for Elena. It's a special dance that she had, and we've seen it a couple of times already tonight. These guys are doing it down here.
Torrin, was that dance they did? I think it's the second goal. They did, like, the three forwards did a little dance in the crease. That
was it. They roll their arms a couple of times to either side and then throw their hands in the air. That's the dance.
I saw that. I'm like, I wonder what that was about, but that's very nice to know.
Yeah, kudos to you guys in the program down there. Listen, the fact that the coach, you know, has them do that. They got on the bus. They were down at 10:30 this morning. They go to the hospital.
Bus broke down first. Bus broke down. Did you know that?
I did not.
The bus broke down on the way here. Yeah. They had to get a new bus.
Wow.
Torrin, right? You could back me up on that one, right? The bus.
Yeah, it did. Fortunately, we drove ourselves down here, so we were not on that bus, and we did not experience the delays. But
okay, you guys got a pass on that one.
Yeah, we saw some video of the guys playing soccer on the side of the road. It's not club hockey if there's not a bus breakdown, right?
There's a turnover now. Here's Parente. Makes a pass across. Look at this play. Trying to go off the back. The net is off. No goal. The referee right there.
Yeah, crowd thinks they got one here. It could be one of two things. One, was the net off its moorings?
Yeah.
Or two, did they push the goalie's pad to get the puck in?
There's your replay right up top. Great job by GPTV.
Georgia might have an argument here.
Kenny was already blowing the whistle. You're not going to win that argument. Arguing with Kenny is like arguing with your parents. You just don't win. At some point, you're just like, okay, I get it. Exactly.
So I'm interested. I wonder what their reasoning is. Maybe the net came off first. Or like I said, if you're an attacking player and you try to poke a rebound in and you wind up pushing the goalie's pad backwards to get the puck in, that's a no-goal.
So the reason, by the way, that Torn did not come down on the bus with the boys is because he had a class that his professor would not let him miss. So not only student athletes on the ice, student athletes calling the games. He is a little of both, so he did get to go to class. He did play his D3 game this week. Rumor is you got 2 minutes for boarding. Not sure where that came from. It's not in your personality. But anything you want to say about that, sir?
Yeah, I'd like to have that one back. I thought it was a clean hit, but we always do, right? But check out the box score from that one because I had an assist in that game too. It was pretty sweet.
All right, we'll do that. We got 2 minutes and 14 seconds left here. Puck comes up on the half wall. It's going to be knocked out by Hedquist. He's got 2 tonight, right?
Yeah, another guy on hat-trick watch. We had McCann for Florida last game on hat-trick watch, and now Hedquist as well now for Georgia.
There's Prasanna. Prasanna pass in front.
Nice block in front by Hagen.
Degliumberto was on that one. He was all over it. Here's Parente. He's going to get in. Comes in. Goes down. No call. Play continues.
That is awfully similar to the goal that Parente scored at Nationals to knock out Bodies.
Yes.
It was a foot race for a loose puck on a breakaway, and he beat the defender to the net and at the last second snuck it in. Very similar.
That place was rocking after that. Georgia now with the wraparound. Gets the stick out. Germano. Wow.
Adler thought he had that one. It's just a matter of Germano. Did he get the stick on it? Did Adler hit the side of the net, or did a defender break that one up on the wraparound? But Adler so close to getting Georgia's 5th.
Here's your replay coming up. Great job, guys and girls. Oh, he lost it.
Yeah, he lost it.
He lost it. It comes all the way back down.
Yeah, on that wraparound, anytime you're doing a wraparound, whether you're on your backhand or your forehand, you got to keep that stick curved and the whole time. Once you start flattening up and easing up on the blade, the puck's just going to roll away the whole time. It's easier said than done. You got to keep that stick curved the entire wraparound so that puck just tucks in on the post.
Speaking of student athletes, we've got I believe we got some SCAD students that help out Ghost Pirate TV as well. That is the school right here across the street from our hotel. But I want to shout out, Chris, to the camera people, because they probably don't have our stream on. They're probably listening to you and whoever else is in charge, but they're doing a really great job getting us replays and getting us great shots. There's a loose puck, a rebound, buried that time in the paint. Georgia comes in. That could be Eberle. Who do you got on that goal down there, Torn?
Yeah, I believe you're right. It looks like Eberle put that one in. That's how he scores most of his goals, right there in the blue paint. Again, another guy find himself in the right place at the right time for Georgia.
It'll be Eberle's 8th of the year, his 11th point, and they make up for that slight miss on the wraparound. They get it right back, and now Georgia is in cruise control after a little bit of a scare early in the period, letting up the goal. They're going on the penalty kill. Ice Dogs are going right back to work. Just under 30 left in the second. It's all Ice Dogs, 5-1.
So coming in, David Eberle, that was exactly the way you learn it as a youngster. Come in, follow your shot. There was a juicy rebound there. He went right to the net, put it in. Great goal. Bulldogs back up now. Big 5-1. 11 seconds left in the period. Coach Campy's going to give Torn any player he wants, or Torn, you can grab anybody you want for our second intermission interview. Again, great job, GPTV, on those replays. Thank you very much for doing that. We really appreciate it. So we'll see now. The two teams will clear out. We'll see who Torn's going to pick up. So Torn looks like he's going to grab Hedquist. You're on F1, Torn. As soon as the teams come off the ice and the camera shoots your way, we'll get you started. You got your mic on?
Yes, sir.
All right. So you see Georgia Tech coming off. Coaching staff, Colin Roberts there. Obviously a little bit disappointed, but we'll talk about that later. There you go, you're on.
So, guys, we talked a lot about tonight this Georgia Tech team with a lot of guys graduating, leaning on these youngsters to get it going for the Jackets. But just as much on the Ice Dogs side, the rookies are getting it done. James Hedquist with 2 goals. It's your first time here in Savannah. What's it like playing in this atmosphere?
It's a lot of fun. It's definitely different from the home games and coming, and yeah, it's just been a good time so far. And yeah, just want to keep going, hopefully win tomorrow after today, and keep going.
Two goals in this one. Almost had a third right there. What are you looking for here in the third period?
Just close out the game as a team. Hopefully, it'd be nice to get a third goal, but I just want to win, play tomorrow, and then win the whole tournament.
And we saw you guys after, I think it was your first goal, you did that celebration that we saw you guys doing with Elena at the Children's Hospital this morning. What does it mean to you guys to have that opportunity this morning and carry it into tonight?
It's super nice to have that. She came all the way to the hospital just to see us, and that was really special. And it's really nice to be able to do that. So she can be happy, and so do we. It's just really rewarding.
All right, thanks,
Hey,
James.
Torn.
Have a good rest of your game.
Torn, ask him why he didn't go to LIU or Farmingdale.
Too late. He's gone.
Oh, you had me muted there. Yeah. I don't know why he didn't go to Farmingdale, the greatest team in the AAU. I'm doing that on purpose just to ruffle some feathers, even though I know they're losing right now.
All right, so we got our intermission. He's got his first shot on the ice. Second one coming from the face-off dot. I'm not sure what he's going to win. Last intermission, we had someone get engaged as he missed on that one. Now he's coming out to center ice. Right? No. The other face-off dot. Trying to get the crowd into that one. We'll see where he comes up with this. That's a long shot for now. All right, this is what we came to play for right here. We all came down to watch this shot from this gentleman here. All the way down. Can he make it? Not sure what he's going to win. And he is not too far off, but he doesn't make it. So give him a hand. We will be back. They will have the player of the game coming up. We'll have Jordan, stars of the game. Then we'll be on the AAU podcast right after this. Torrin Smith, Jordan DeLuciano. I'm Louis DePaulo. We'll be back. Georgia 5, Georgia Tech 1. All right, welcome back, everybody. Louis DiPaolo, Jordan DeLuciano, Torrin Smith down on the glass. Torrin, you are Coach Roberts, Georgia Tech, down 5-1, getting outshot nearly 4-1. What do you say to your team to get them motivated for the third period?
This is it, right, Lewis? This is the only chance they're going to have if they want to win the championship here in Savannah. They got to go all out here, leave nothing on the table in this third period. Everything's got to be on net, got to be hard on the forecheck, and got to have a good net front presence against this Georgia team if they want to come back in this one.
You got to play for your team. You got to play for yourself. You're going to have to give it all now, because Torrin said, with the new format, there's no if, ands, or buts. The winner's determined on the ice. Jordan, tough game so far if you're a Yellow Jackets fan. They came out early, scored. McAvilly was pretty pumped up in that intermission interview. He must have got the boys going, but they had a 5-minute opportunity, couldn't do anything with it.
Yeah, maybe the Yellow Jackets try to find that form that they got in the beginning of the second period where they went into the intermission down, outplayed. They come out, McAvilly immediately scores. Or not McAvilly, it's Prasanna, cuts the lead to 2-1. But then that fire did not last long. Hedquist gets the dagger to make it 3-1. And then the doors open. 5-minute power play. And you want to put a shorthanded goal. So Georgia Tech has had their moments where they can try to get back in this game. It's not like they have gone the whole game with nothing happening. But they've had their opportunities, and they just can't finish it off. And ever since that opening couple minutes where they got on the board, cut the lead to 1, they have not been able to recapture that form.
I'm not sure what we're waiting for, Torrin. I know Kenny's over at the Georgia bench. Kenny may be getting ready to sign autographs after the game. Want to thank Mr. Head Official Kurt Totten for getting us some water and Gatorade up here. So if Jordan and I sound better, that's the reason. It's always nice for that.
Yep, getting some help up here.
And you got to have some of your Ricola coming up.
Yeah, no, right after the podcast, the end of the night.
Yeah.
But Lewis, I think we have a cup pyramid going on in the to the left of Germano in the corner.
Yeah,
they had it on the screen before, but we do have a cup pyramid. Sometimes you have the cup sleeve.
You know, if someone scores a goal, they're going to go Ovechkin right into the glass.
Yeah, there it is. They got it on the big jumbotron. Yeah, they got it on the jumbotron right now.
GPTV.
So if Georgia scores, you got to imagine they're just going to skate full speed into that thing and knock it down.
Oh yeah. But that looks like Sarge on a Friday night back in Huntsville. We tried getting him on the broadcast, but we couldn't get his head through this door where we are. We had to butter him up, to get him, squeeze him in last year.
Yeah, to laver him up to get him through.
That's it. Maybe tomorrow we can get him on.
The cup pyramid has made it to its full height.
Watch this little girl. Watch her go over there and swat it, right?
She wants to hit that.
He's giving her the... Oh, this is way cool. Oh, no, you missed. Here she comes. Come on.
The whole rink is saluting this guy. Oh, she's right. Both of them. There's 2 of them. Oh. No, they took it off.
Go back.
Oh, wait, we can just look down here.
She's beating on the glass.
What is the delay on the ice, though? Like, why? What do we... Was it the cup pyramid?
Let's just pretend it's the cup pyramid, guys.
Yeah, right? Is it the cup pyramid, Torrin? Yeah, Torrin, do you know? What are the refs saying down there?
I don't really hear much. It looks like they're getting set to go here. I wasn't sure what the delay was.
All right, but Center's about to line up, and we can truck on through with the remainder 20 minutes. Georgia up comfortably right now. I'm not going to say safely. Up cozy, 5-1 over Georgia Tech, 20 minutes away from taking on Florida in the finals tomorrow.
All right, let's see if Tech can get back on the board. They had a quick start, the end of the second period. Now, this is what they played. 2 games already, so 6-8 periods of hockey. They've only got 2 goals behind Georgia goaltending, including that 5-minute major all season. So certainly something that they can build on. There's a turnover that stays in on sides. They were probably, I was just going to say, you saw that big puddle down in front of us. They were probably waiting for the ice to dry a little bit too much water out there. That shot, there's a save that was off the stick of Conway. Down on the other side, backhand Newbold with that save. See, he moves side to side. Georgia Tech will play tomorrow if they do not come back. Oh, off the post again. Another opportunity for the Bulldogs.
Looks like Georgia wants to go into that cup pyramid.
Yeah.
A couple chances by Conway. Conway's had 3 looks already. One of them hit the post, one of them hit the water, and one of them was saved.
Who's on the hat trick watch?
Hedquist.
Hedquist, your boy, who was the interview. Oh, hit the glass. Went around, didn't do anything. So Hedquist, your boy from Long Island, is on. We'll see if he can get there.
I don't personally know him. I just know he's from Long Island. I met his parents once, but that's about it. Yeah.
Everybody in Long Island doesn't have a vowel in their name like us?
A vowel? No, not everybody. Not everyone's Italian from Long Island, you know. Majority of them are, though.
Well, I enjoy my half of the cannoli crew working with you. It's always fun. There's a shot, pad, save.
Water again playing a factor there, disrupting Jack Gannon.
Yeah. Puck comes
It's
across.
right in front of us, Lewis. You see that huge
you can
puddle.
see it.
Yeah.
There's a pass right in front. Backhand, pad save on the rebound. Number 28. That is Ryan Bailey, the NCAA transfer to Coach Campy and the Athens.
Well, they had the opportunity to knock down the cup pyramid. Ryan Bailey scored on the near side post as that puck slowly slid into the net. And this game is getting well away from Georgia Tech. It is 6-1, back-to-back games here to kick off the Savannah Classic that are going to be routes.
So looking more and more like we got a Tennessee Tech matchup tomorrow coming. Still a lot of time left, but it would be a lot of work. It would be a big collapse by this Georgia team. So Tech now down on the offensive end.
Second time this year, Lewis, in 3 games against Georgia Tech, the Ice Dogs have scored 6 goals. The other one was a 9-goal game.
Yeah, they are lighting the lamp. So tomorrow, setting up for a big day for us here on the College Hockey South channel. As you see, a nice hit at center by Mazzaros. Excellent player for this Bulldog team. I know Coach said that when we were talking during the week, they've got probably about a third of the roster torn. Does that sound right? From the state of Georgia. And then you've got, I think, 3 or 4 from Minnesota, Massachusetts. I think, do you have a couple from Texas as well, right?
Yeah, a couple of guys from Texas, Luke Burnett and Owen Leland out here, both from Texas. And a few New York guys. You're talking about Long Island. You got Dan Bardo, Jack Gannon, and James Hedquist, all from New York.
There you go.
I was going to name, you have a couple other ones outside of Hedquist.
Yeah, Coach Camp coached in Philly and Aston, right where my cousins live, for a long time. Then he went to, I don't know if he coached in New York or not, Torn, but I know he coached in Minnesota. Didn't even know Georgia had a hockey team, Jordan, and I think he was at a gas station, and someone said something like, do you coach hockey? And he had a hockey jersey on, and that struck a conversation, and then one thing led to another, and he eventually ended up as head coach. So we got an offsides, or icing rather, my bad, coming all the way back.
I think you're going to see the same if anyone was tuning into the Tennessee-Florida game. You're going to see the same thing happening in this game. Florida up comfortably in the third period. They just shut it down and slowed the game down to a snail's pace. Georgia, you're going to start seeing the same thing. They got that goal immediately, pressured immediately. It's 6-1 now. You're just going to see the Ice Dogs just slow this game down. No need for any discipline, any extra discipline. They already had an ejection. Wasn't it? Was it Donato? Yeah, Donato on the slew foot.
Yeah, and we got confirmation again from the officials watching down in the room that it was a great shot on GPTV, and it was the correct call. So we've seen 2 game misconducts in each game. But other than that, hasn't it been very physical?
It started off very physical this game. They've had some moments here or there, but as you start to see the pace slow down, because Georgia's going to clamp it down, the physicality is going to start to go down with it, just to cause an effect of that situation.
So 30 shots at the end of the first period for the Bulldogs, 44 now. And we talked about Germano, how many shots he's going to have. And I figured at least 50, and we're probably well on their way. It's just going to depend on what Georgia wants to do.
Less shots, though, Lewis, but they've gotten more goals off of those less shots. 2 goals on 30 shots after the first, and now 4 goals on 14 shots since.
So wearing down a little bit. Georgia coming right out again in front. Trying to pick that one up off the air was Hedquist. So Jordan's going to pick our 3 stars of the game. Then we're going to go down and head over to the AAU podcast. That table over. In case you want to join us, if you're watching here or you're listening and you got family here, we'll be over near the Florida table, right in the main entry right. Poole trying to get that puck across.
He almost got that one back.
Yeah.
It got blocked and almost took it right back.
So Parenti on that one again.
Dangerous spill there.
Yeah. That's
Georgia's
tough
offsides.
Yeah, he came in. That's Mitchell Kwan, Matthew Kwan, as he went in hard to the boards. That's an awkward fall.
Yeah, it was just a battle for the puck. He got stick lifted, lost his balance, and wound up falling. But he's going to stay out there and not even go to the bench after that tough spill. So he looks good to go. Good side.
14-14 left here. Third period. You know, I'm kind of liking that green. I'm getting used to it. I'm going to go back to Orlando. We got games on Sunday. I'm going to see the blue and red. I'm not going to know what's going on.
I got to go back to the island after this tournament, call a game on Sunday night, and I'm going to be like, is that the blue line? No, it's the
green line.
Why is it blue? It should be a green line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you won't be able to thank the GPTV guys.
No.
They'll be here getting ready for the All-Star game.
Yeah.
Have you ever been
to any All-Star game? Or?
Well, you don't have the ECHL up where you are, but
no, there's no local teams near Long Island or New York.
We hosted it in Orlando in 2015, and I got to be part of that. I did some stuff with the Solar Bears, and it was really cool. Really cool.
This looks like you did a rink customization in
right?
like a video game. You know, you make the post green, the circles, the line.
That's what Brian was saying when I was driving up. We were talking, and he said, "Where do you see the rink? It looks really cool."
And you add in the custom jerseys too, and the custom ref jerseys. Everything just adds up.
Yeah,
video game atmosphere.
I want to thank Georgia for changing their. They were practicing in black. Look at those moves. Parenti throws it right out in front.
It's phenomenal.
Beautiful play. Mazzaros with that one. Germano's exhausted. Torn doesn't get better than that.
Yeah, incredible effort there from Parenti to get that one out in front, get it right onto the tape, and you see Mazzaros on the replay point right to him. He owes him a steak dinner for that one because it doesn't get much easier than that for Josh Mazzaros.
Now, that was a beautiful play. Great job again by our crew here. And you know, Torn, where are you going to go pick up your steak? Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
Are they paying you by the mention today, Lewis, with Publix?
Come on now. I'm just doing my job.
But just a fantastic individual effort by Parenti, and then right on the doorstep to put it home. They look for another one now.
He has made a lot of good plays tonight, Parenti.
Yeah.
And again, he got stoned on a couple of opportunities. Georgia up 7-1. So pretty safe to say we can start setting up tomorrow for the Florida-Georgia battle again. Georgia looking for more. There's a rebound, swiping at it. Germano, he missed. Player goes down in front. There's another shot.
7 goals by the Georgia Bulldogs tonight. 5 different goal scorers.
Yeah, we talked about
with 2.
We talked about the unselfish play. This Bulldog team. There's a nice save, and they move the puck. And it's a game that they've dominated. It's a game that they're controlling basically from start to finish. And you see unselfish play. Parenti easily could have taken a shot there and just said, you know what?
He was going down, but he could have easily tried to wrap around it. But he knew he had Mazzaros in front.
He made it so easy. All right, what's the best snack? Hockey, popcorn, pizza, or beer? What do you got?
I'll go to Torin first. Torin, what's the best snack while watching hockey?
I'm a pizza guy myself.
I'm going to agree.
Me too.
Pizza. Oh,
It's a
unanimous. It's unanimous.
Yeah, for
It
us.
says beer. The vote was beer on the Jumbotron.
Oh, that's the referees. They must have voted. They
I do
outvoted us.
pizza and beer. I'm not a big beer drinker. Like if I go out, I'm more of I drink rum if I'm going out because beer fills me up. So if I drink beer and eat pizza while watching anything, I'm gonna get bloated and feel gross. So I can't do that. So that's why I just have the pizza. You know.
You're going to get bloated? I haven't heard that since my wife was pregnant.
I got a bad stomach. You know. I got a bad stomach. I can't eat. I'm very strict with my diet too. Very regimen. So anytime I throw something in there that doesn't fit the regimen, my body freaks out.
My partner here gets agita too quick.
Yeah.
You got acid reflux issues?
Yeah, I do.
It's a good thing you didn't eat that hot dog that Kurt
Oh, that's
brought
why.
up.
Yep, that's why I did not eat it. Yeah, I know what I can handle. I know what I can't handle.
So Georgia Tech now has the puck down deep. They got Persona going in front. Now it comes out on the side. Newbold was there. Georgia picks it up down around that far side. Coming up through center with some speed. There's Adler. Adler comes in. It's poked away from him. Look at this passing. Just so unselfish. Still with the puck. Eberle. There's a pass across. Trying to hit a man on the back door. That would have been Daniel Crawford.
You're going to start seeing some names thrown out there for Georgia that you haven't really seen all game as there's a penalty coming up against Georgia Tech.
So Newbold makes it to the bench. We're going to skate 6-on-5 with an open net until Tech touches. And now we got too many men? Wow. So that's a tough call. So now we're not going to have, let's see, Kenny sent, he's got number 20 in the box, that's Kotzian.
And you're getting, if you're Georgia Tech, you're getting outplayed in this game, but the penalties don't, you're hurting yourself, but the penalties, at one point they could be undisciplined, you can make that argument. But another thing, the penalties can come as a result of just being outplayed, just constantly being behind the puck carrier, constantly being the second man on the puck. That repetition over and over and over again leads to sloppy penalties. You reach with the stick too much. You reach with the hand too much. The stick gets a little careless, and you get in the hands, you get in the feet. You know, you're lunging with your arm, you get a holding penalty. So penalties can either be, one, just a lack of discipline, but in tonight's game, the Georgia Tech penalties has been more of a case of just being outplayed and that being the result of it, just being behind the play too much.
Yeah, they're outplayed. They don't have the same, bench that they've had. And, here's the good thing. You're a coach. You've been on the bench, right, as a player, but if you're a coach, to me, you build from the back out. And they've got a great backstop there in Germano. He's played a great game. So when Colin Roberts, gets some more kids into the program again, and they're getting some more experience as Germano covers that one up on Parente, they'll be back to Georgia Tech standards. They've got a goaltender that can play. That's obvious. They've got Mekavili. They've got Pernay. They've got a couple other guys that have some experience. The Molnar boys look like they'll be fine. But, again, I mentioned at the beginning, 4 guys on this team have never played a college game until tonight, according to Coach Roberts. And this is your first game, and it's against a huge rival who happens to be an excellent program on top of it.
It's a lot to ask for a team that is in a rebuilding or retooling phase after a lot of key names departed. It's a new stage for Georgia Tech, and this is part of the growing pains.
The one thing they do have is a lot of heart and a lot of character. They'll be back, Tech fans, so support these guys. They need it. They will appreciate it. It's got 1:20 left in the penalty to Georgia Tech. Bulldogs on the power play. Looking for a give and go. Doesn't materialize to bring it back up the center. There's a shot right in front. Persana's busy again. That's his 52nd shot. So very good chance we're going to hit 60.
Yeah, Germano's on his way towards a 60-shot game against him.
Steak dinner coming.
Yep, more than that probably. Torin, what's the vibe down on the bench? We went from a very vocal and active, agitated first period to now, hey, everyone's on their feet still, but is it quieting down?
It's starting to quiet down a little bit. Most of the Georgia talking is staying on their own bench at this point. And the Georgia Tech bench is just a little quiet, just trying to get the clock down and run this one down and get ready for tomorrow.
Torin, how often do the Bulldogs practice?
Usually 2 times a week when the rink is up in Athens, sometimes once if it's not in Athens.
They look very composed and on target with their passes, very crisp, just tape to tape. They move the puck very well. There's a shot from the point that just missed off the stick of Hagen.
Torin, anything down there you're hearing from head coach John Camp of Georgia?
Like I said, it's been pretty quiet over on the Georgia bench. He's got a lot to be happy about from his Bulldogs, and he's not a lot of feedback for him. Just get ready for tomorrow and play in Florida.
Just a sense on that bench of, hey, everyone knows what they got to do to finish out this final 9:23. Nothing really needs to be said more than that.
No. So the rematch, the battle, the Florida Gators, the Georgia Bulldogs. The Gators got absolutely wiped in October in Jacksonville during the football game. Basketball, the Gator basketball team's better this year. The hockey team, a lot of pressure. They are, again, number 2 team in Division II, number 8 in Division I right here. That matchup could be another epic game like it was last year. Make sure you tell all your friends and family to join us here on the College Hockey South YouTube channel tomorrow, because it is going to be a phenomenal game. Last 3 times it's been those 2. And then you're going to have, we got a penalty coming up. You'll have a full house, I bet, tomorrow night. It'll be on the news. It was on the news today. I know all the kids came out, or some of the kids came out early this morning, Jordan, and the TV news was here. They recorded it. We're not going to get home in time to watch the news. No, it's on right now, as a matter of fact. But they always do a great job here on Saturday night with the crowd.
You got a trip upcoming against Georgia right now. I'm trying to make out the number that's in the box currently. Looks like it's Hagen. It is.
Yep.
So we'll have a little bit of 4-on-4 hockey. Excuse me, it'll be 5-on-4 power play for Georgia Tech. My apologies. And at Georgia Tech, you got to get the moral victory. You got to get the small victories. You know, obviously, axing for 6 goals in the next 8:49 is unrealistic, and it's a lot to ask for. So if they don't score in this power play here, it is what it is. But you want it to at least look convincing. You want something to work forward to tomorrow, and say like, hey, power game didn't go our way, didn't get one on the 5-minute major, but at least that one in the third period, there was something. You know, we had puck movement, we had zone entry, we had shots towards Newbold. I haven't called Newbold's name in I don't even know how long.
Yeah.
He got some activity in the second. They potted one behind him, but I cannot remember the last time I mentioned Nicholas Newbold.
Since he was a freshman in high school.
Yeah. And I mentioned in the first period, goalies don't like to sit around and do nothing. And here's the chance for Georgia Tech to get back on the board, and try to and see if Newbold still got some life in him down there, because he has not been called upon.
Well, he's done his job when he has been called upon. But again, like you mentioned, not much action going on there. It'll be, I would assume, Torin, we're going to see Testino tomorrow. Does Coach usually run him 1-1?
Yeah, that's right, Lewis. We don't have the official lineup out yet, but you're definitely right to assume that Testino will be playing against Florida.
Great kid, great family. You'll see an exciting game. The question for us, the last game, and I know you weren't with us, Torin, is do the Gators go to their second goalie, or do they stick with Shields? They've got a tandem that's pretty even, too, down in Gainesville. We'll see tomorrow how that all pans out. And Germano, does he dare play again, or you think they'll play Merzigian? You would have to give Germano a rest, right?
Yeah, he's seen a lot of action today. Despite his signing up 7 goals, he kept them in that first period.
7:46 left here. Third period. There's a shot. Newbold with the save. Have a face-off in that end. Both teams going to change up.
Yeah, that shot from the blue line, there's not much happening with 52 seconds left in the Georgia Tech power play. That shot on goal was no screen it really in front. Nobody got a tip on it. It was an easy sight, an easy stop for Newbold. His first save in quite some time.
Tech now with the puck on that far side. They bring it back up to the point. Looking for a pass down there to Machiavelli. Couldn't get it. Dubé there. There's Machiavelli now. He's got it. He's one of the players that they can build around for sure. Here comes big number 44. He comes in, takes a shot. Glove save, rebound, picked up. That was off Newbold. That was a good shot for this Tech team. Georgia comes right back. Bulldogs throw it in front. It was Adler again. Adler trying to get on the board. That goes off Machiavelli. Georgia turns, dumps it right back in. Oh, did your pyramid come down?
Yeah, no, they took it down a while ago. I think they manually took it down.
I was going to say, I didn't see it fall. The great fall of Savannah, that would have been. Up and off the boards. Georgia chips it out. It's going to be a race to the puck. Germano says, yeah, no, guys, I'm going to play this first. I had enough shots already, right? 52 of them. Up and off the glass, fired around. Nearly hit one of our officials. Georgia Tech trying to make a pass across. That went off a Georgia player.
At this point, you had an odd man rush there. You're getting in tight. Don't try to force it up the middle. Just get that shot on goal.
Exactly. Get a shot. Maybe get a pad pass. Maybe get a rebound. Get a little momentum for tomorrow. You're playing tomorrow no matter what.
Yep. And they're playing a very determined Tennessee team. Did I mention that on this broadcast?
You did.
It's been a long day. Yeah, that talking to the head coach and one of the forwards on Tennessee after their tough loss earlier to Florida, they are going to come ready to play tomorrow. They have something to prove in that third place. It's a third-place game. Some teams take it off. Some teams take it easy. They feel like there's nothing to play for. Tennessee has a lot to play for, and they made that known.
Well, a lot of pride on that team. Drew King coaching it. First-year coach. He just finished playing last year. He was at Nationals as a player last year. Now he's on the bench as a head coach. Super nice kid, young man. Here's the cool thing. Like a lot of these teams, there's a shot and that goes up into the glass. Georgia Tech putting a little pressure on. It's nice to see the guys that play the game, when they're done playing, they're still involved, especially if it's in their own school, but staying involved in the game, just like you did. You played, right?
Yes.
And then now, obviously, you're involved in the game at a completely different level. But that's what you got to love to see. If you love the game and you have great coaches like we do here on the bench tonight and we did earlier, these kids will be involved someday teaching other kids. You never know how that's going to work, but there's a lot of former players on benches now. There's a ripping shot by Machiavelli. That one just went wide. Parente now, he pulls up, avoids a check, loses the puck. There's a turnover. Georgia comes in off the post.
Hedquist that close to a hat-trick goal, hit the crossbar.
Wow.
And so nonchalantly so, just picked up that turnover on Georgia Tech's own zone, just walked in off the bar.
Yeah. 3:55 left here.
I haven't had a whistle in some time.
No. Oh. Trying for the specialty play would have been Declan Conway.
Almost friendly fire there. It hit off Romine's skate, wound up going back towards his goaltender, Germano. But almost another highlight reel goal.
So 3:47 left here, third period. It's going to be Florida-Georgia tomorrow. early game is going to be Tennessee, this Georgia Tech Yellow Jacket team. Make sure you tell all your friends and family, hey, sit back, put us up on the big screen, enjoy college hockey at its finest. Jordan and I will be here with Torrin and Henry Yoho and all the cast from the GPTV guys. Want to thank especially Brian Sklover, my friend, longtime friend from Orlando, his main man who's just a rock star in the making, Chris Haynes, and the rest of the staff here, the camera crew and all. They've done a great job. You want to go ahead and pick your stars of the game? It's probably not going to change in the next 3 minutes.
I was just thinking that. I'm like, why not just do it now, get it out of the way? I'll do it at the whistle.
All right. What if we don't have a whistle?
Then I'll do it with under a minute left.
Okay.
I'll do it at the end of the game then.
All right. I want to put a plug in for Kurt Totten for bringing us food and drinks between the intermissions. There's a nice shot on Germano.
Germano approaching 50 saves on the game. He's at 49.
That's incredible. Well, he looks exhausted.
Yeah, you could see he's just putting his head down there. He's exhausted. I can't see. I can't see head coach Colin Roberts going to him tomorrow. It's an afternoon game. Not really it's a late afternoon game.
4:30?
So it's a relative quick turnaround because this game's not going to end till 11:30 around. We're at 11:20 right now. So it's going to be a quick turnaround. I cannot see going back to Germano tomorrow.
No, it would be very tough. You know, it wouldn't be fair, and you don't want to get him hurt. And you want to give your team, you know, every opportunity to win. And maybe he's your best goaltender overall, but you still want to make sure that, you know, he's okay for the rest of the season. Yeah, he's absolutely drained. Look, he's leaning, just hanging on the back of the net.
Yep.
Trying to get a drink.
So, speaking of Germano, he'll kick off the stars of the game. I'll give him my third star because he did let up 7 goals. No, it's what can the guy do? So he's my third star. He's been phenomenal. Best player on the ice despite letting up 7 goals. Go figure.
When was the last time that happened?
I know, exactly. Second star will go Josh Mazzaros, 2 goals, the most recent one. And the number 1 star, not lighting up the stat sheet in terms of goals. He has 2 assists. One was a highlight reel assist, and is Evan Parenti.
Torrin, you agree with that?
I think you'd have to give the honorable mention to the rookie James Hedquist, 2 highlight reel goals and a couple of chances at the hat trick.
That is true. Good looks, Torrin. Yeah, almost had one on that crossbar shot.
That's who I thought you were going for, Hedquist. I thought, but that's okay. We'll give you another chance tomorrow.
Gonna make up for it.
That's it. Georgia Tech trying to get on the board still. Putting some pressure on Newbold. So this Georgia team will go back. They'll get a nice night's sleep. Get ready for the Gators team tomorrow as Germano comes out.
That looked like it was on sides.
Yeah.
Torrin still all quiet on the Western Front down there. Nothing really happening on the benches.
Yeah, it couldn't be anything less than quiet. There's a lot of on going on right now.
Yeah, I picked a bad time to go down to Torrin as there's some jawing going on right now. Yeah, I'm witnessing it right now.
Yeah. I'm sure it's all good. And thank you for being cool, Torrin, and shutting the mic when you need to shut it.
Torrin, tell them we're live right now. Tell them to take it easy. It's PG television.
Yeah, it's not pay-per-view, right? All right, less than 1 minute left in this game here. Georgia Tech trailing 7-1. Again, setting up a great matchup again for the championship. The Gators looking to three-peat. Georgia Tech would love nothing but to corral these Gators coming up from Gainesville and take a bite out of their hide. We'll see how that goes. Not sure if I'll be here tomorrow, but at least you got to see him a little bit. He was down here.
Oh, the dog?
Yeah.
I heard a rumor he won't be here tomorrow.
He will not?
No, he won't make the 2-day appearance.
But
the team got a picture with him in the locker room before the first game.
That's awesome. Yeah, Torrin and I got a picture with him last year down there. It was really cool. He's a legend. Even for a Florida Gator like me, he's a legend. He's pretty cool. Nice little scramble, keeping Georgia Tech off the board. So we're going to have 15 seconds left. Then we're going to cut out of here. Torn, if you want to meet us on the AAU podcast area over by where the Gator table is, Jordan and I are going to head over there, and we're going to try to get the coaches on. But thanks, Torn. You were awesome as usual. We'll see you tomorrow in the championship game. So for Between the Glass, Mr. Torn Smith, for Jordan DeLuciano, Brian Sclover, Chris Haynes, all the crew here, Shark, our PA announcer. Final score, Georgia 7, Georgia Tech 1. We'll see you tomorrow, bright and early, everybody. Have a great night. Stay safe. And thanks for joining us here on College Hockey South.